I get so many comments in the comment section below. I love to dig down deep in my comment section. And I get a lot of comments about makeup. Some of you say you still want to wear your natural look, and then some of you say you don't even want to wear makeup at all. And I understand that. I truly believe that the reason why you feel that way is because you don't understand the makeup mistakes that you need to avoid when you implement a makeup routine into your everyday lifestyle, or maybe not even every day. So what's up, guys? It's your girl Sharon. So in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about 7 makeup mistakes that you need to avoid so that you look more modern and that you feel more comfortable and confident in incorporating a small, minute, tiny, easy, simple makeup routine in your everyday life. So let's get into this video. So the very first makeup mistake I truly feel that you want to avoid is not wearing any at all. Don't beat me up, y'all, in the comment section. I truly believe that everyone has a focal point, a favorite part of your face that you can enhance on a few times a week or even for a special occasion. Is it your eyes? Is it your lips? Is it your brows? Is it your lashes? Is it your cheeks? Whatever that is for you, you got some type of focal point that you can concentrate on. When I say your makeup mistake is probably that you're avoiding to wear makeup at all, I truly mean that, because there's always something that you can concentrate on that you feel more confident and you feel more comfortable just focusing on that. So if you just want to focus on your eyes, put a little color on your eyes. If you want to focus on your lips, it could be a pop of red. Maybe you just want to wear some lip gloss. Maybe you just want to wear a lipstick with just sheen in it, or maybe a lip gloss that's just kind of like clear and not have a lot of color to it. You just want to focus on your focus. I love to focus on my lips. I love to focus on my cheeks. And I love to focus on my brows. So check out this clip from my cousin, who is a professional makeup artist in New York City.
As a man who does not wear makeup, I swear I got nothing on right now but a whole bunch of face oil. I'm careful about telling women what their attachment to makeup should be. So my encouragement, my hope, is that you approach makeup as an accessory, like your ball cap, your expensive shoes, your purse, your earrings. It's an accessory. It can change every day, like maybe your accessories do. You wash it off at night, like we just said you really should do. And not let it be a clutch for you, like, oh my God, I need it, and society expects me to wear. I feel like women have a power that they can use makeup in that way differently than it being like expectation. Huge fan of multifunctional products. So let me tell you why. With gray hair, whether you know it or not, and you can ask any friend, you can ask any stranger, if you're out one day and you notice a stranger kind of look at you, gray hair draws attention. When I see a woman who has embraced her gray, I immediately like, I love your hair. It just comes out before I can even know it, because it's something about especially when the health of the hair is there. It's not like yellow. It's a beautiful, like, metallic silver and rich. Like, it drives me crazy. And don't let it be like natural and textured or like a fro.
Some kind of funky haircut.
Oh my, any of that. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. All respect, I just have to say I love your hair, because I know what it takes to get there, to not color it, to embrace it. That's that. So with that in mind, if the face, so people are already looking at you, and then if the face is plain, you may have a beautiful face, and that is great, but imagine if it had like a pop of color, a pop of interest.
So for all of those out there who want to wear your natural look, your look can still be natural even if you apply a little bit of makeup. Just like Rudy said in the clip, create a focal point and forget about the rest. And maybe down the line, you might get a little bit more comfortable and you can incorporate even more on your face. So who's gonna try that? Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know if you're gonna focus on a feature that you love about yourself so that you can implement a small makeup routine in your lifestyle.
I don't have to do every day a full-blown face beat, or you know how they say beat your face, but at least put something on to look fresh or to enhance who you already are, because sometimes people think you got to be all overly done. But if you just look fresh, like putting on, making sure your eyebrows are done, or doing a fresh mascara, I'll put on a little red lipstick, or maybe like a neutral lipstick, or some gloss or something, just to make myself look fresh and to present me for me.
So the second makeup mistake to avoid is do not neglect your skin. If you're wearing makeup or not, we got this aging skin, y'all, and we need to pay attention to it because we want our skin to glow. We want our skin to look flawless. And in order to do that, you really need to pay attention to your skin. If you are wearing makeup every day, you want to make sure that you're cleansing your face at least twice a day. And if not twice a day, at least the most important time to clean your face is at night. The nighttime is definitely the main time that you want to make sure that you're cleansing your skin and getting all of that dirt and debris off. Don't go to bed with makeup on. I know for me, sometimes I get lazy and I'm like, okay, Sharon, you need to get in there and clean your skin. If I'm just like tired and just want to get in the bed, I might just take the makeup wipes and just clean my skin. When you use those wipes, it's incredible to see how much dirt, debris, oils are on your skin. So if you're not properly caring for your skin, then your makeup is not going to look flawless. I also asked Rudy about this, and here's what he said.
So here's the issue with going to bed with your day on your face. So you've been out in the environment, makeup and your oils attract a lot of dirt and debris. It just naturally do. Now, we just talked about this particle I talked about, particulate matter 2.5, which is a size of pollution that is measurable that can penetrate the top layers of the skin. So when we go to sleep with our day on our face, we go to sleep with our exposure on our face, and all that becomes also, we call it occlusive, which means like a block. It actually stops your skin from being able to renew and shed itself to release dead skin cells. So that becomes compacted, which starts to look like dullness. It may look like flakiness. It may look like dry patches. It may look like breakout. So the one thing I used to tell my clients, I was concerned about going to sleep with makeup on your face because of the clogging of pores. I'm more concerned now with environmental reasons, like what we're exposed to outside. Then you have your pillowcase. I don't know anyone that changes their pillowcases every night, every day. I don't. So then you have that day after day that you're sleeping on. The one thing I beg everyone to do is wash your face at least once a day, and that is at night. I don't wash my face every morning. I may take a micellar water or face oil or splash, but every night, if I've been out in this humidity too, sweat is good because it cleans the pores, but sweat is also dirty because it carries with it a lot of bacteria. So all that stays on your skin, compounded longer than it should, definitely, you may not break out, but it definitely could affect your luster of your skin, the quality of your skin.
So like Rudy said, remember, your skin is your canvas for your best makeup application. So the third makeup mistake to avoid is don't do this with your brows. Not filling them in at all. Making them too dark. Not getting them cleaned up, making them too light, making them too thin, and making them too short. So these are the makeup mistakes that you definitely want to avoid with your brows. Now, I know that so many of you out there, your brows are thin over the years because of waxing, and just the hair might be even gray, so it makes it even look more thinner when you have gray and silver strands in your brows. But you want to be able to give your brow that flawless look. I do a lot of waxing to brows, and I always say that when you do your brows, it's like a mini facelift without a facelift, because a perfectly shaped brow, even if the end is gone, the first part of your brow is shaped and is clean, you can always add an end when you fill your brows in. So a perfectly shaped brow can definitely give you a more modern look. And so you really want to concentrate on those things that we mentioned earlier, and that is making sure your brows are not too dark, making sure your brows are, if they're too thin, making sure that you take some time to learn how to fill your brows in. Make sure that you draw them in, make them look more natural based on the size, thickness, and length. Look at some of your younger pictures of you. Match that look if possible. If not, consult a professional. And I have an amazing video right here that shows you how that you can fill your brows in based on the look that you want. So I talk about a basic look, I talk about a beauty look, and I also talk about a bold look. So make sure you watch that video after you finish this video. So cleaning up your brows and making your brows look flawless will definitely give your look a pop. Let me know if this information and these tips of makeup mistakes to avoid are helpful to you. So number 4, don't do this with bronzer or blush. Now this is definitely a makeup mistake that you want to avoid. And I know a lot of you out there who don't wear makeup and you want to wear your natural look. You probably don't even use blush or bronzer. But blush and bronzer can really add so much youthfulness, so much glow, so much vibrancy to your skin, especially with this gray hair, because our gray hair is our new neutral. So some of those makeup mistakes that you can make with bronzer and blush is that, first of all, you're choosing the wrong shade. You want to get a professional to actually recommend some shades that will be perfect for your skin tone. And the second mistake that you want to avoid and that you might be making with bronzer and blush is that you're using too much of the product on your skin. Another mistake that you might be making is that you're not blending it in properly. That you don't want to just apply it and then just let it sit there. You want to make sure that it's blended into the skin so that it just looks kind of like translucent, but you can see a little color on the skin. Lastly, you want to make sure that you're putting it in the right places. If you're going to use a bronzer, are you applying it to your forehead or just your cheeks, a little bit on your nose? But whenever you do that, you definitely want to make sure that you're not using too much and that you have it blended properly. So this is what you want to do instead. If you don't feel comfortable using it, then just don't use it. Just leave it out of your quick, fast makeup routine that you're going to incorporate into your life after watching this video. Make sure that you're just using a bronzer that matches your skin tone, that gives your skin a glow and vibrancy without a lot of color. One thing that you can do differently is that you apply it very lightly to your skin. So you don't really need a lot on the brush. If you just dab the brush, shake it off a little bit, and then just apply that to the areas that you want to apply it. It's easier blended in that way. But when you start getting into too much on the brush, then you're going to apply too much and you're not going to be able to blend it in. And then you're going to have these rosy cheeks that you're not going to love. And then you're going to tell yourself, see, this is why I don't wear makeup. But just follow these small actionable tips when it comes to bronzer and blush. So this product that I'm using in this video is one of my basic looks for my skin. This product is an all-in-one product that I love, and for those of you out there who don't like to wear makeup, this would be amazing for you. You can buy this one product and you can use it on your eyes, you can use it on your cheeks, and you can use it on your lips, and it gives this flawless look. It's easier, you don't have to purchase a lot of product. It's a multi-usage product that will be perfect for someone who says they still want to wear their natural look, but they don't want to be bogged down with purchasing a lot of product, having to use so much to give them the natural flow, the vibrancy, and the look that they will grow to love if they just use this one particular product. And most companies have a version of this multi-usage product. So the fifth makeup mistake that you want to avoid is don't do this with foundation. So foundation is similar to some of the tips that you want to avoid with your bronzer and your blush. You don't want to choose the wrong foundation color. And what you really want to avoid is, you know how you turn to the side and you apply foundation on your skin, and then you turn to the side and your skin is a different color than your neck. So that means you might be using too much foundation in addition to choosing the wrong color. And the main thing is that you don't have it blended well enough. All of those will create a huge mistake when you're working with foundation. If you're that girl who just hates to wear makeup and, like you said, you want to wear your natural look, start with the lighter applications and or products that will give you that lighter application. Things like tinted moisturizers, very, very light cream moisturizer. Those two are going to give you a lighter finish, a more natural finish, especially your tinted moisturizers. They're just going to add moisture to your skin and also give you a very, very light coverage. It's more like translucent, so that it really, really matches your skin without giving you too much color, and it still gives you that appearance of a natural look to your skin. So you really want to go to a professional makeup counter to let them help you, choose that right shade. Now, if you are a makeup girl like I am, you might want to choose some heavier creams that will give you more coverage. So during the day, you might not need that much coverage, but if you want a heavier, more matte look and you want more coverage, then that's when you're going to go into your deeper and richer cream shades to help you get more coverage for whatever event that you're applying your makeup for. And then just a very light powder is kind of what I usually use every single day. Like even without applying foundation, I'll just use a powder and just kind of dab my face with powder after my moisturizer, and it just gives me enough coverage that I need to still make my skin look natural but still have that glow before I add like my enhancers to it, like my bronzer or my shadows. So you want to make sure that you choose the right type of foundation for you and to fit your comfort level. But if you want to step out of your comfort zone, then you want to go into something a little bit heavier, and you want to make sure that you're working with the lighter foundations first before you go into the heavier foundations. Make sure that you work and practice and just play around with your blending techniques so you can have the flawless look that you want, but you're not out here bad, with a makeup mistake. So I'm just trying to help you to understand the makeup mistakes that you might be making and how to avoid them so that you can look more flawless and even more modern regardless of your age.
Because I think if you're not in the store, it's all relative when you're on the screen, because either your computer monitor may be a different color than the photography where they shot the product. But when you are in store, the number one thing you want to do is put a large swipe of the color on your face. Like don't blend it, like literally just put a swipe. Go to natural light. In the store, it's always bad fluorescent lighting. So you want to be able to look at it in natural light. And in natural light, see, does it blend into your skin? Because under blue lighting, everything tends to look good enough. But when you look in sunlight, you can tell if it really melts invisibly into your skin. You should, when you choose your foundation, not be able to see that there's a color on your skin versus that your skin is more even. That's the real goal, is to make your skin look much more even. Unfortunately, at the counters, there's some amazing makeup artists at the counter. I started in retail, remember? Who can help you choose the best shade, not based on mixing or not based on, the lighting that they're under, and also not based on their brand. Sometimes the best shade is not at their counter. They may say, go try NARS. That's real customer service, because sometimes they just want to sell. They won't say that to you. That it's horrible. The other part is your skin type, because if you have oilier skin, you might want a mattifying foundation, something that goes on as a liquid but dries down, so you don't have to powder it, which makes the skin look a little more aged if you use too much powder. Age is a mindset. So back to your other question, age is a mindset for sure. The other part, if you have drier skin, you might want to choose a BB cream or CC cream, because those are more like skincare and foundation with glow. They help your skin look more like luminous and hydrated. If you have drier skin, you want the opposite, it to look more healthy.
So the next makeup mistake that you want to avoid is with lipstick. Sometimes I choose different brands of lipsticks and different shades. I feel like some of them are very drying on my lips. So you want to make sure that you're using some type of moisturizer so that the lipstick that you might be using, some of the matte lipsticks are more drying. I love the matte. I don't like a lot of shine. But if you're using the moisturizer on your skin first, it doesn't make your lips feel dry. One mistake you can make is not getting outside your comfort zone, girl. And another one with lipstick is if you're not used to wearing lipstick, don't go get the most expensive lipstick. Don't go buy a $30 shade unless you just have to have that shade. But if you're just starting out and you're newer to makeup and you want to get outside your comfort zone, go to the local beauty supply store and just purchase those $1 and $2 lipsticks just so that you can see how a pop of red would look on you, or a hot pink, or maybe even a deep orange. Just make sure that you avoid that makeup mistake. Don't go out spending tons and tons and hundreds of dollars on makeup unless that's exactly what you want to do. So make sure that you avoid that makeup mistake with your lipstick. There's so many different brands out there where you can purchase less expensive lipsticks. If you're dissatisfied with the lipstick, at least you haven't spent $30, $40 on the lipstick before you even know what you like. You want to start with your neutral shades, more lip gloss, more sheen shades that just give your lips a glow, give yourself a little color without making the color too bold for you. If you're not used to wearing lipstick, if you're not used to wearing makeup, start with some things that you're most comfortable with, and then just kind of inch yourself outside of your comfort zone. Now, say for instance you went online and you ordered like a sheen shade, something like with a little tint to it. then order a pop-up lip. Like maybe that same shade, but just order it so that it's more intense. And just see how you like it, because I'm telling you, once you start, you won't want to quit. And if you don't believe me, ask some of the women when they talk about how they love to put on makeup. Because not only do I have people that say they don't want to wear makeup, I do have some people that say they love to wear makeup. Especially inside of our Grown Girls Go Great community, we have that discussion a lot. And you know, the ladies in there are popping with their hair, with their lipsticks, with their makeup shades. I mean, I'm like, you know, I sit back and like, oh my God, look at this girl. She is looking amazing. So they are getting outside their comfort zone, and, you know, they're posting their photos and they just popping, okay? And just make one color your pop shade. It might be red. Your red might be like my red, which is more of a burgundy. It might be orange. If you're a fuchsia girl, then it might be pink or fuchsia. Or it might be even darker colors. I love blacks. I love, you know, the really, really dark, rich shades. So just promise me that you'll just choose one pop of color and tag us on Instagram and just show us how you got outside your comfort zone. Do a side-by-side photo where you back looking basic to where you're like a badass with your new pop of color. But just try it. I know that you will feel more confident and more comfortable when you start getting outside your comfort zone with lipstick. So the 7th one is the makeup mistakes to avoid with eyeshadow. And the main makeup mistake you want to avoid with eyeshadow is using too much shadow and not having it blend like it needs to blend. Just making sure that your shadows are blended well, that you don't have like a clear separation of your different colors, that all of it is just kind of blended out. And there's so many different ways and so many different tools that you can use to blend your shadow. My makeup routine is simple and it's fast. So sometimes I might be using my finger to blend. I might be using those little disposable applicators to blend, and or I might be using a brush to blend. But whatever you use, you just want to make sure that it's blended well. What you want to think about when it comes to eyeshadows is just start with the basics. Again, start with your neutral shades. You know, if you don't want to go bold, just start with the very, very neutrals of shades that you think you feel more comfortable with. And also, like I said before, that multi-usage product you can use on your eyes, you can use on your lips, you can use on your cheeks. Just try one of those. And that's something that you can use every day just to give your skin a glow when it comes to the makeup application and your eyeshadow. And one tip that I love to talk about when it comes to makeup is that if you have a bold eye, say it's, you know, you want to pop into some of those colors like, you know, your greens and your purples and your pinks and your turquoise. When you are wearing those bold colors, you want to have a tendency to keep your lips more neutral with more gloss and maybe a neutral shade. And then just the opposite, if you're wearing a pop of red lipstick or, you know, a burgundy lipstick, then you want to make sure that you kind of keep your eyes more neutral so that your eyes are not your focal point at that time. Your lips are your focal point. And then if your eyes are your focal point, then your lips are not your focal point. And if neither one of those are your focal points, then just keep them neutral, but just make sure that you're using something on your skin to give your skin a more vibrant and a more modern look. So the last makeup mistake that you want to avoid is just trying to do too much. Most people say they want to look more natural. They won't, you know, they don't want to wear makeup. They just like to wear their natural skin tone. I get it. But the reason why some of you guys are not having fun and not actually trying out and practicing and playing around with makeup is because you're trying to do too much. Sometimes we get inundated by watching these video tutorials about makeup, and you want to do the whole blending thing, you want to do the whole concealer thing, you want to make your nose slimmer. And by the time you start doing all that, you just done too much. Especially if you first said you didn't want to wear makeup at all, and then now you're following these YouTubers and they're incredible. But I don't even get into all of that. You know, I don't do a lot of concealing. I don't have to, but I prefer not to. One day I might get into that, but right now I'm going to stick with what I feel most comfortable with, even though I do get outside my comfort zone. But I don't feel like I need to be shading and, making my cheekbones lifted and making my nose thinner. I stay away from all that. So that's another makeup mistake that you need to avoid, is just trying to do too much. So it's okay to get inspired by others, but just do you. Just try what you feel like you're most comfortable with and that can look good on you. You can just work on playing around with it and just creating your own makeup routine so that you can feel more comfortable when you apply your makeup. So we talked about wearing makeup as opposed to not wearing makeup. We talked about your brows, your eyes, your lips, your cheeks, and also foundation. And we didn't talk about mascara, but mascara is just up to you. If you want to wear mascara, wear your mascara. I need to work on wearing mascara. I don't wear it every day. And I have these little bitty lashes. I turn to the side, you can see them a little bit. I don't wear a lot of mascara because sometimes it irritates my eyes. If I'm going out for an evening or have a big event, then I'm going to put on some mascara. So lastly, guys, I want to say this to you. If you start out leaving your comfort zone, you'll build up confidence to go from this to that. My challenge to you after watching this video is to create a makeup routine that you can use just even a few days a week. And I want you to keep me updated in the comment section below on our Instagram page, or consider joining our private community called Grown Girls Go Gray. So what I want you to do next, if you're that girl and this video has inspired you, watch our makeup playlist so that you can get more inspiration and work on leaving your comfort zone. People will see a change in your skin tone, your vibrancy, and your glow. You're not here to impress. You're just here to upgrade and become the best version of you. Go gray, be chic.